Welcome to the Vegas Benchwarmer channel. This is a Benchwarmer Podcast. My name is Eric. He hate me 702, and with me we got the man, the myth, the legend,
Jeremy with a G.
And episode 211 is
These
here.
glasses look big.
What?
Do these glasses look big?
Yeah, they do a little. They hang off your face a little on the sides. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Today we got a little bit of everything, guys. We're gonna talk about NFL joint practices, possibly replacing preseason games. How the fuck did Kawhi Leonard and the Clippers get cleared of salary cap circumventing? We're also going to talk about how the fuck are NFL players heading back to college to play. I don't understand how that is fair. We need to do something about this. Teófimo López is now a 3-weight division champion. And then we're going to have some fun, and we're going to laugh at Aiden Ross and his goofy-ass boxing events. Don't get me wrong. I think they're fun. And Aiden, if you need another boxer, I've said this before. I got 3 rounds in 3 minutes. I got it. Let me know. I'll train.
Can I get a boxing match for $71,000?
Me and Jeremy will both fly out, meet up, do the interviews, give you some great content, Aiden. And then we'll put on, and then whoever I fight, we'll put on a good show.
I need a little payday.
Yeah, whoever I fight, we'll put on a good show. Aiden, let me know how I get on this. Hey, I'll take the Island Boy. We're about the same size. Me and him could definitely go toe for toe.
I don't care.
And then from there,
I got some heavy hands. It'll be all right.
No, that'll be like if me and the Island Boy fight. That's gonna be like Clubber Lang and Rocky 3, the first fight. I'm literally gonna go over and beat shit out of him. And then we could just go up from there. I seen him lose to a fucking midget in Charleston White. I'm whooping his fucking ass. It's going to be over in the first round.
I don't care who it is. I just looking for a payday. And
you can't get in there and box, Jeremy.
I could. It can't go past 1 round.
Jeremy,
it's got to end at 1 round.
You can't get in there. You can't. I know you in the gym and everything, but your body ain't the same as when you were younger.
I got some heavy hands. Like I said, it's just gotta. I gotta end it in 1. If we get out of 1, I'm fucked.
Exactly. All right, so let's get into it. Let's get into it. First, we're gonna start. Yeah, if we get out of 1, we'll get more into that topic as we get towards the end of the show, because that's what we're gonna cover last. So make sure you stay. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, all that good shit. We trying to get to the 500. We at 365. And then also be prepared because I'm going to start streaming some 2K. Probably on Mondays around 11 a.m., 12 p.m. Just start streaming for about 2 hours, me playing some My Career. All right. So right now, NFL joint practices versus preseason games. I got this from Pat McAfee. I rarely ever watch him. Rarely do I watch Pat McAfee. But he made some good talking points. As of right now, this offseason, we've seen a lot from NFL joint practices. And not just in the reporting from the media news coverage or what we're getting on ESPN. Go to your team's social media feed. You see tons of stuff. They are putting out so much content right now. And the NFL, I think, has, I want to say, elevated their social media game. Because the last couple seasons, yeah, all of them have their own channels, but they're understanding how to use this content. And from what I've seen from these joint practices, they've been absolutely amazing because you have these stars playing. So I'm going to see A.J. Brown go against Christian Gonzalez. I'm going to see Justin Jefferson go against, I can't think of another fucking good one who he'd play. But you're going to see a lot of them, and they're only doing a couple plays. But then they're also working on drills. So you got your 2-minute drill, your back at the goal line drill, into half drill. So you are seeing the stars versus the stars. And then not to mention, you also got your one-on-ones. So you don't see that much in joint practices, but you do see that during training camp where the running back and the linebackers go head on head. The wide receiver and the cornerbacks go head on head. And I forgot who I was watching, but somebody said the best ones is the running back and the linebacker. If they start putting those one-on-ones where they're going head up in practice, through the line, through the dummies or whatever, they meet, the linebacker hits them, that will take off. The only reason why they don't put it up is because it's such a violent hit. But that guy said he has seen multiple times in those drills where players understand immediately they are not making the NFL. Where you will see a running back hit a linebacker, and that running back lowers his head and hits that linebacker right in the perfect spot, and the linebacker literally just, you could see it in his body, like he gets, he gets knocked over, he gets up, and then he's just like, yeah, the UFL might be for me. So, or vice versa, where the running back gets laid out and he's like, bitch, I got a degree in accounting, let's go. What am I doing here? So what are your thoughts on joint practices replacing preseason?
I don't know. And how do you get players real game experience?
The preseasons aren't real game experience anyway. Nobody's playing.
Yeah, but joint practice, you have you have rules in place, like
no hitting the quarterback.
Yeah, like you can't hit the quarterback in certain places. Like watch out hitting them in the elbows and the arms and whatever to protect them from injuries before the season. Whereas preseason, you don't have those kind of rules. I mean, of course, you always have the rules that protect quarterbacks, but it's also not a practice.
Yeah, but in this scenario, you have less injury risk from unnecessary games.
Yeah, but do you? How many people got injured in joint practices?
That's fucking true. There's some teams that are done.
How many people were lost to ACL tears in joint practices this season?
That's true. But okay, but do you think that's because
wasn't there one joint practice where they lost like 6 people to injury?
Yeah, there was. Yeah.
So like, what is it? Like, are we worried about, if we're worried about injury, then why was there so many injuries in joint practice?
Okay, that's true.
So are we having more injuries in joint practice, or are we having more injuries in the preseason?
Well, I mean, we don't see as many injuries as
it's basically saying there's 6 in this hand or half a dozen in this hand.
For y'all that don't know, that's the same thing. I know there's some people on here that might be a little slow.
So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I like the idea, but then I also would rather see some rookies get actual more real game simulation, so to speak.
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. What about starters actually get more meaningful work because they're playing one-on-ones? Like I said, the AJ Brown versus Christian Gonzalez. The Patrick Mahomes is seeing a first-team defense. He's seeing, and yes, there are certain plays that they may not run, but I think they're seeing a better offense and defense than you would see in a preseason game.
But I mean, are they? They're in practice. They're not seeing everything.
True. But you still get to work on specific things. So like a 2-minute drill at the 10-yard line, you get the ball at the 10-yard line and you start the 2-minute drill. That's going to be your starters, and you're trying to score going against the number 1 defense.
Yeah, but in practice, they're not going all out. You're not going against 80-90%. You're going against, you're in practice, so you're going 50-60%.
Oh, you think in joint practice they're not going full?
No, I don't think they are.
Oh, buddy, I think there's a lot of times that they'll be going full. Like when you have DeAndre Hopkins versus Ryan Clark.
A lot of times they are going.
Do you remember when DeAndre Hopkins ended Ryan Clark's career?
Yeah, but I mean, you're talking about 3, 4, 5 instances out of how many?
Okay, you're right. Do you think that coaches can better evaluate players in this because it's more of a controlled situation?
But I don't know how do you evaluate players when it's not necessarily a game speed situation. Well, I mean, we see it all the time. They have look, use the Raiders as an example. They've been bad for fucking 472 years. They evaluate players in practice all the time, and then you put them in a real game situation and they suck.
Okay. That makes sense. Nope, that makes a lot of sense.
Well, they evaluate them in practice and they look great, but you put them on the field on Sunday and they shit the bed.
Yeah, no. We used to call those practice room champions.
So, like, I mean, I don't know. I mean, it has its purpose.
Okay, so
I mean, what if you go to? I mean, maybe you find a happy medium. Maybe there's only 2 preseason games, and you have two joint practices.
No, definitely, I agree with you on that.
Instead of 1. I mean, I don't know.
I definitely so I mean the arguments that we would have against that.
Or I mean, maybe you do 1 joint practice preseason game, then a joint practice, and then another preseason game.
Well, I mean, technically, why don't they just keep all of them? Do what they're doing, and then your preseason games are just for your rookies and your second round picks, your practice players, people that you know aren't going to make that you don't know if they're going to make the team or not. We know Patrick Mahomes is making the team. We know Rashid Rice is making the team. We know Kenneth Walker is making the team. So maybe your joint practices are more for your starters to get their work in, get their chemistry together, and your preseason games are more for the younger players to get the actual game experience.
I mean, I'd agree with that. I mean, I think you got to figure it out, but going to just a strictly joint practice format, I don't think is a smart idea.
No. I mean, we as fans want to see real games. We still want to see somewhat of a real game.
Like, and it's not even probably anywhere from 60 to 80% of fans don't watch preseason anyway.
That is true.
So it's like, whatever. The preseason games are preseason games.
Yeah.
But where else do you get rookies and second, third round picks?
Practice players.
Like, you have to actually give these players that aren't going to make the team somewhere to show off their skills.
Yep.
And how do you show that off in a joint practice where you're not going 100%?
True.
And especially like linebackers. Like, they can't go 100% because they can't hit the quarterback.
Yeah. Or defensive tackles and defensive linemen.
So, they have social media, but how do you put a 6th round linebacker pick or 6th round defensive tackle pick on social media in a joint practice where they can't hit the quarterback?
True. You're right, because that it would make sense for the starters and the older players, but for the younger players, it would absolutely. And teams aren't good at developing fucking young players anyway. A lot of them are.
I mean, if you're going to do that, I think you're going to see a lot less people getting chances in the NFL.
I 100% agree with you. I think that is a very, very good statement. I think that it's very hard to evaluate these players if they're not getting the opportunities. Also, let's be honest, joint practices can become heated as shit. So, I mean we don't see many fights on the field. What'd you say?
We've seen what, 4 or 5 brawls already?
Mm-hmm. And again, media, can y'all shut the fuck up? I'm so tired of this pussy ass, pansy ass shit that we have. Louis Riddick getting on the fucking thing. We should not be fighting. Shut the fuck up. Y'all are so dumb. It's so irritating because it's one of those things where it's like, you understand that to get to the NFL, especially if you've played in the NFL, you have got to be one of the better players in the world at your sport. You may not have to be the best, but you have to be one of the better players. You also have to get lucky. Everything is a competition. All of these people have high egos. They're basically fighting for their livelihood. So when that, even if they're not hitting each other as much, or they don't have the same, or they're like, oh, it's not as rough and tough, it's still a very competitive spirit. The dude in front of you could put you out of your fucking house. So like, there's a reason why it's so high stressed and there's so many fights there, because they're at the top of basically the top. They're trying to get to the top of the food chain. And there's a very, very little difference between being an NFL player or working at fucking Leslie's. Depending on how tall you are, there's a huge difference between me and a fucking football player. But if I was 6'6" and 220 pounds, so yeah, that's that. Yeah. I'm just, why are we fighting? Shut the fuck up. It's the same company that literally put hard hits on and fights on all the fucking time. Dude, I'm gonna be honest. This is off topic. ESPN is pissing me the fuck off. The more and more I watch, like I try as hard as I can not to watch ESPN, except for certain shows. I love Get Up because I love Mike Greeny. And don't get me wrong, I do like First Take when they have good guests. Not Mad Dog, but they have to have somebody good on there. If you were an NFL owner, let's put our NFL owner hats on. Would you want to eliminate preseason games entirely? Or do you think, or what would be your, how many games do you think is perfect?
I think I've already answered this question.
Okay, let's answer it again.
No, I wouldn't answer. I wouldn't eliminate preseason games. How do I evaluate players?
Okay. Then
if that's the case, just give me 3 rounds in the draft.
In the what?
Just only give me 3 rounds in the draft then.
Ooh.
If you want to eliminate preseason games, then I don't have a chance to evaluate players, and only give me 3 rounds in the draft.
You're right. Okay.
Because then what's the point? If I just get to choose the 3 best players available. Then I know those 3 players are going to make the team.
Okay.
And then we'll just have a free agent signing.
Yeah, that makes sense. Do you think we should go? Do you think if you were GM, would you want to keep 3 preseason games? Would you want to narrow them down, or would you want to add?
Well, I mean, if they want to move to, if they want to adopt the whole more joint practices, I mean, let's do joint practice preseason game, joint practice preseason game.
Okay.
So then preseason games are 2 weeks apart.
And then you get your 2 players, and most of the preseason games would be for the younger players.
Yeah. So you'll have a joint practice. Let's just say joint practice this week. Next week is a preseason game. The following week is a joint practice. And then that following week is a preseason game.
And even that following week, the last week, the fourth week, we don't, you know how they have like, now they do the 3 preseason games and then they give 2 weeks in between. We really ain't got to give 2 weeks in between, because that 4th week, the only people that are playing are the people that are fucking on the bubble.
Yeah. So
if you're not playing Patrick Mahomes or Mendoza. All right. So if it was me, I agree with him. I would not get rid of preseason games. If it was me, I would actually go more and go back to more fucking training. Let them put pads on earlier. I'm not saying they have to hit with pads every day, but I would revert back to some of the early 2090s where maybe we have 2 practices a day, 1 practice we have pads, we can hit. I think a lot of these soft tissue injuries and some of the injuries that are happening are because our body is not physically fucking ready for that pounding that they're about to give. We got bigger, stronger, and faster, but then we gave us less time to get prepared for that. And like, I don't watch the preseason game. I don't give a fuck about it. I really don't. I pay attention to a little bit of it, but I don't care about it. All right, let's get into some conspiracy. My favorite topic.
Who got paid off? This is like, hold on. Jeremy's going to investigate himself for fucking a rumor that he accepted a fucking payout from a subrecipient at his job to say that they did a good job.
All right.
Like,
let's just
go do his own investigation.
Let's just give everybody.
Jeremy didn't do nothing wrong.
Let's just give everybody the idea in case they don't know. I don't know, understand how you don't know, but some people don't follow this. The allegation is that the Clippers use sponsorship deals to circumvent the salary cap. So they wanted to sign Kawhi to a $250 million. They couldn't because of the salary cap. So what did they do? They got a sponsorship deal from another company for $28 million. So that's not on their books, and it helps.
Now tell them who's linked to that company.
A guy that is actually going to prison for fucking for fraud and money laundering and a whole bunch of shit. The NBA investigated this based off of Pablo Torre. Pablo Torre came out with some stuff. They've been investigating it for close to a year. When the trade happened in the offseason, they said they were still investigating it. And then Pablo Torre came out with another sponsorship deal from the Scoreboard. And that Scoreboard company basically said it was an open secret that they were circumventing the cap. The league determined, now this is very, very important, because what the league actually determined was, so it's a little more nuanced than they completely cleared them. The NBA reportedly found no evidence that Steve Ballmer funneled sponsor money to Kawhi to circumvent the cap. So they found no evidence that this happened, but questions about the Clippers' introductions of Leonard and to the sponsors and possible supervisions issues were still being examined. So even though they're saying that they didn't find anything wrong, he did not set up contracts. Steve Ballmer did not go, hey, Jeremy, I need you to pay Eric. So I am going to give you this money and you're going to send that money to. They don't have the smoking gun in any sort of documents that this happened, but they do understand the sponsorship.
But now let's tell them who are the two investors into Aspiration.
Well, Steve Ballmer was one.
And Dennis Wong.
Yes. And explain Dennis Wong.
Steve Ballmer and Dennis Wong both own the LA Clippers.
Yes. So most people don't know
both of them are investors in the Aspiration.
Yes.
Which is the fucking Kawhi Leonard's sponsor that paid Kawhi Leonard. So how can the two owners of the fucking LA Clippers be investors into Aspiration that then turned around and paid money to Kawhi Leonard? But the investment didn't come until they wanted to work with Kawhi Leonard.
Yes. But Steve Ballmer has basically said that the company, because this kind of helped Steve Ballmer and the Clippers. The dude that was running Aspirations is going to federal prison for fraud, money laundering, a whole bunch of shit. All due to him taking money from investors. And that's what Steve Ballmer is basically saying. Steve Ballmer saying, we invested in a company that builds trees. And he frauded me. What he did with that money has nothing to do with me. By the way, it was not only Kawhi Leonard that was sponsors. There was like 4 or 5 other people, but none of them had the same deal that Kawhi Leonard had.
But even if that is the case, if I'm the owner of the LA Clippers and I have a player on my team, there's no way, just because of the optics, I'm letting a company that I invest in be a sponsor of a player on my team.
Oh, that's almost impossible.
Just because of the optics.
That's almost impossible.
No, let me rephrase. A company that I recently just invested in become a sponsor of a player on my team.
I get what you're saying.
Like within months of investing in that company.
I get what you're saying, but in some of those deals, and this is where it gets even darker.
If I'm the owner of the LA Clippers and let's just say I invested in a company 20 years ago, there's a 20-year track record that I've been working with this organization, or I've invested in this organization for 20 years.
Okay,
no problem. But I've invested in this company. Hey, Eric, I invested in this company 2 months ago. You should go get your management to go over and get them to get you a sponsorship. I'll put in a good word for you.
Okay, so I get that. I get that. It looks dirty. But let's do the opposite. Let's do the opposite.
Millions.
I got you, but let's do the opposite, okay? Let's say I buy a car dealership and I invest in a car dealership. Somebody comes up to me, it's a struggling car dealership. I invest in it. Me and you are a famous person. And I say, do the car dealership, I'm investing into it. Hey, I could definitely probably get Jeremy for a nominal fee for him to go down there and help boost your business. That's smart business. Who wouldn't do that? Of course, you're going to get one of your stars or try to talk one of your players in to help a company that you just invested in. That way it could raise their value. That's smart business. A lot of business people do that. Fuck, look at Ryan Reynolds. He got his whole fucking family on Boost Mobile that he owns. He got his friends to show up. Fuck, Ryan Reynolds got Brad Pitt to show up in a movie for like free. I think I get your point, but I say with how many business deals they're involved in, I think that would be very, very impossible. Now, in this scenario, it looks way worse because we know they cheated. I'm not saying they did not cheat. $28 million no-show sponsorship makes no fucking sense. So I get your point. I'm not saying your point is extremely valid. I was just playing the devil's advocate of how that may be very, very hard. Because if I'm an owner of a company and I invest in the business and I got fucking Kawhi Leonard on my team, bitch, take your ass down there and do some autographs.
And I purposely gave him a smaller contract.
He didn't give him. They gave him a max contract.
Yeah, but they could have put other incentives.
Well, this right here, this contract is not the most recent one he signed. It's the one before that. So the most recent one he signed was not a good contract, but they knew they were going to trade his ass. Same thing with Paul George. They wouldn't give him Paul George that money. The one before that, because he has 3 contracts with the Clippers, this involves that. We know what they did. Dude. We know if they did not do that, Kawhi would have joined the fucking Lakers. I have a question. Do you think LeBron James is not getting some under the table shit from Philadelphia 76ers?
LeBron James definitely is. He should get a hair fucking sponsor.
That's my point. Like, I think my biggest thing about this is nothing new. And you know what? Let me look this up before.
It's nothing new, but this is fucking blatant. This is in your face, but Adam Silver is a cuck.
So also, I think the problem that they had was they took too long. They took way too long, and more stuff came out. Okay, so to give you an idea, this happened. Yeah, this happened in 1996. Okay, just to let you guys know how common these deals are, what's about to happen. This happened in 1996. The summer of 1996, the Knicks made a fierce run at signing free agent Michael Jordan, offering roughly $25 million, augmented by outside corporate partner incentives. Knicks management gave Chicago an ultimatum window. The leverage forced the Chicago Bulls to re-sign him at $30 million for a 1-year deal. So coming off the championship, they literally offered him, because the owner owns Madison Square Garden, they offered him $25 million and a whole bunch of other fucking sponsorships. Outside corporate partner incentives, outside of the NBA salary. And that was completely okay, and it wasn't okay. That's why the fucking Bulls got to sign him for $30 million. But this happened in 96. So this has been happening, since probably Wilt Chamberlain joined the Lakers. I don't think it's even that it's so blatant. I think the problem that you have is Steve Ballmer is such an eccentric owner that he doesn't know how to keep his fucking mouth shut. I think that's the issue you have. Look up the Joe Smith deal with the Minnesota Timberwolves in the early 2000s. This happens all the fucking time. So I definitely Tracy McGrady going to the Orlando Magic and leaving the Toronto Raptors with Vince Carter, his cousin. Stop it now. Let me try to think of somebody else. The whole entire fucking LeBron, D Wade, and Chris Bosh going to Miami. They all got Kevin Durant going to fucking Golden State. Are you telling me you don't think you got an under the table deal? He just went there to win. The problem is players don't care about winning as much as we do. They care about money. They care about under the table deals.
Right now, I care about money. How do I?
I do too.
I need a contract.
I'm still looking. I'm still going through the process of looking for a car, taking my time. Don't know if I'm getting to Colorado or to Tacoma.
I'll sell you my truck. You want to buy it?
No, I'm good. I know how much you rolled up on that damn truck.
There's 4 cars rolled up into
that. I know that shit. You see how quick I said no? All right. So, what do you think happens? Do you think This is the biggest thing that I think hurts the NBA is we already have tons of conspiracy theories. So salary cap circumvention is very hard to prove. Where do you think the NBA should draw the line with this? Are you gonna say that you can no longer set up sponsorship deals for your players? Because if I came to you, Jeremy, if you were Kawhi Leonard in the summer of that summer, I would come to you and tell you I have a $250 million contract.
So here's the thing. I don't think setting up deals for your players, I don't think is a bad thing.
Okay.
I think it's a great thing. But I don't think it should be into companies that you're invested in.
Got you. Okay. So all outside companies.
Even if you're not doing something illegal, you're still giving the optics of you're funneling money outside of the contract to your player.
Makes sense.
You know what I mean?
Like, yeah, no, that makes sense.
You could be the best person in the world and just be like, look, yeah, I invested in the company, but I have no part in that contract that they did with Kawhi and Aspiration. Like I had no hand in it. So whatever deal they got is between Aspiration and Kawhi.
Got you.
But I just think it's the optics. Like you're invested in Aspiration, so now it just looks like you're just giving them money so that way they could pay Kawhi.
Which is what he. The only problem I have with that is I think it starts setting up shell companies. I think that'll never that even then, which Steve Ballmer's stupid. He should just set up a fucking shell company, where you have money filtered through another company that is owned by managing business, there's a trust and everything, and somehow you are on that fucking trust. I think that's what ends up happening. He ends up making a trust, whatever trust. He sets up a company in a trust with LLC, and then they have different members, but he's ultimately, this trust is owned by this company. So to give you an idea, this LLC trust, the whole entire LLC is owned by the trust. Then they open up another LLC that has managing members, and one of the managing members is also the other company that is owned by the trust. Then you can open up another LLC connected to that, and but right now you have, it all links back to you. That's kind of what I think will end up happening, and that's what I think fucking Steve Ballmer should have done, dumbass. You know, easy it is way to get away with shit like that. Ask the mob.
I mean, it's even like my job. Like, I can't even consult with any organizations that we give grant money to.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Even though I'd get more money consulting with them on the side.
Yeah, but I mean, you do work for the government, so
I would get more consulting with one organization. I'd get more than what I make in a year. To consult with them, what I do with them on a daily basis.
Got you. But because of the optics.
I could make more in one consulting contract than I do for an entire annual salary with the government.
No, I see what you're saying. You could definitely put that rule into place. I just think there's a way around that rule, and we've seen that happen multiple times. Fuck, that's how Disney World got bought up. In case anybody doesn't know that. They weren't going to let Walt Disney buy up Disney, so it had a whole bunch of shell corporations and bought up pieces of land in Florida and then combined them. All right, so I'm gonna let y'all know. I think they're guilty. I'm not point blank in the story. I think the Clippers. I think all of them are guilty of circumventing the salary cap, and I think it happens on a regular basis.
I think they're Epstein guilty.
I think they should extra guilty, and I think Pablo Torres should keep his mouth shut now. Because you leaked out all this shit and nothing happened. And you might, I'm just letting you know, you might be sleeping with the fishies if you keep it up. You gonna fuck with the wrong people. All right. Next topic we got. This is kind of the NCAA has literally fucked themselves with the whole NIL money, the whole extra year of eligibility. So for you guys that do not know, 33 college players, not all football players, 33 college players went into Louisiana and got an injunction against the NCAA and a restraining order. So that way, basically saying that they should be allowed a 5th year of eligibility. The NCAA came up with this 5th year of eligibility after these people already said they were going to the draft or whatever. I don't know what the fuck happened, but they basically are suing the fucking NCAA because they didn't get a 5th year of eligibility. So out of those 33 players, 16 players are football players. I don't know how many of them, but some of them have already signed NFL contracts. Some of them are playing in preseason games right now. And some of them may be on a college team on September 2nd, 3rd, or 4th. Because as long as they're released by September 1st, which cut downs come next week, as long as they're released by September 1st, they can join a college team. Now, why would they join a college team? I don't know, because if they're not getting a contract and they're a practice squad member, they're making more in college than they're making in fucking the NFL. Secondly, what does this do to the 18-year-old that got recruited as a freshman and now this college player comes and takes a spot? Jeremy, your first thoughts on it?
Why did they even join the NFL? Like, I don't.
Well, they're saying that if this ruling would have came down before they accepted into it, they would have never joined it. All of these players are basically saying they would have returned to college for a 5th year if this ruling would have came down beforehand.
Like,
okay, can somebody explain to me why we're getting 5 years of eligibility?
Can somebody explain why people are stupid? Like, where have the brain cells gone in this fucking world?
They're fucking gone.
Because, like, you're just now realizing you weren't good enough for the NFL?
Well, yes and no. I think it's
like you just realized you think you going back to college for one more year is going to make you that much more better for the NFL. You're already there. Either improve while you're there or just go work at fucking Kroger's.
This is it. This is the only reason why. Because they make so much money now.
Go get your sponsorships outside of the. Why do you need to go back to college to get your fucking NIL deal? You know, all an NIL deal is a fucking sponsorship. Bitch, yes. Go get a fucking sponsorship. Go market yourself. If they didn't teach you how to market yourself in college, then you didn't pay the fuck attention, bitch.
I'm with you. I'm with you. 100%. I just think that they're getting paid so much money in college and they can make so much more money in college that it dwarfs being on a practice squad or a seventh round pick or an undrafted
free amount of money if they spent 10 minutes trying to learn how to fucking market themselves and go out and get a fucking sponsorship.
I agree with you. But you know, this Jeremy, that's hard work.
Oh yeah, 10 minutes is hard work.
But for them, that's hard work. They want to give it.
No, they have to actually use the 2.5 fucking brain cells they have in their fucking head.
I don't understand why we're getting an extra year of eligibility. I do not think that is fair. I think we should go right back.
We're 6 years removed from when COVID started. Like, get the fuck over it.
Yes.
At some point, that has to stop being your fucking excuse.
Yes. And realistically,
unless you were fucking going to school to be a doctor, you're removed from the time period needed to get a fucking college degree.
Yep. Even then, why didn't the NCAA just say it's a redshirt fucking year? We're going to treat it like a red shirt, and everybody that was playing in that season gets 1 year of extra eligibility. After that, no fucking body else gets it.
This is the classic everybody gets a fucking ribbon.
Oh my God. You took the words out of my mouth. You're right. Everybody gets a present.
Everybody gets a participation trophy.
Everybody gets a cookie. This is stupid. I don't like the 5th year eligibility. I think in our society, we are getting so far, and this is going to be different, so far away from the truth of biological standards and how people fucking grow. And we are just making shit up, okay? So at some point in time, you're going to have a 17, 18-year-old kid because he may graduate high school early. 17, 18-year-old kid that's going to step on the college as a freshman, and he's going to be going against a 23, 24-year-old person. At one point in time, we were literally saying, the NFL saying, you cannot be 3 years, you have to be 3 years removed from your high school graduating class, so that way you can join the NFL because your body is not physically ready. But yet we're having people that could be 6 years away from their graduating class based off of redshirt year and then an extra year of eligibility. So redshirt year, they already get 5, because 4 or 5, and then an extra year of eligibility. So technically, somebody that is in 2020, that was 18 in 2020, is 24 years old, going against 18-year-old kids.
Like, and then all that's going to happen is everybody's going to complain. Oh, these NFL players are so old. Well, yeah, we gave them 37 years in fucking college.
And then that's another thing. You're right. We didn't even think about that. Name one 24 to 25-year-old that got drafted that went on to become above average. Like, if you're 24, 25 in college play, you're basically at your peak. Your peak is coming in 2 years. You're not going to be good. You're not going to be good in the NFL unless you're an offensive lineman. I'm sorry. I do not think these NFL players are going to dominate college football. I don't think that at all. I'm not worried about that. We're not fucking sending Aaron Donald back. We're not fucking sending Patrick Mahomes back. No, we're not sending that. We're sending kids that are going to be, or kids, grown-ass men that are going to be on the practice squad and, 4th string, 5th string, 6th string. They may get cut after practice season. They may be in UFL. Who gives a fuck? The Arena Football League. So, no, they're not going to dominate. But they are going to take a spot away from somebody. Now, granted, is there 360 fucking million colleges in the United States? Yes. But they're taking a spot away from somebody. And if you're a kid, if you're an 18, 19-year-old kid, and you sign on to a school, and let's say, for instance, we'll just go UNLV. You sign on to UNLV, right? And then all of a sudden, the dude from NFL wants to go to UNLV. You're not getting on another squad. They take away your scholarship. If you can, you may not be able to afford. You're not getting on another squad. You can enter the transfer portal all you want. For 6 months, you're fucked. So that's my biggest issue. But Jeremy, do you think this becomes a recruiting advantage?
I don't know what the fuck it becomes anymore. To be honest with you, I think it's become stupid. Like, at some point, we gotta grow the fuck up and get over ourselves and realize that we don't get to spend 46 years in college. And at some point, we have to become adults.
I have a question. I have a very simple question, very, very quickly. Does Micah Parsons, Jamar Chase, Penei Sewell, and Amon-Ra St. Brown, and Patrick Surtain II, do all of them get an extra year of college?
Like, do I get an extra year of college?
Well, they were drafted in 2021. So can they come back to college?
Like, it's like, and this is the kind of shit that's like, at some point.
Oh, what about Trevor Lawrence? Like, the people I just named were all drafted in 2021. They technically could get another year of eligibility. Could you imagine if fucking Jamar Chase got injured and got tired of playing for the fucking Bengals and started acting up this offseason and then next year rehabbed in the fucking college and then re-entered the draft? Could you imagine that? How much money do you think they'd pay Jamar Chase in college?
At some point, shit's got to stop for real.
I agree. I just think it's stupid, dude. I think the NCAA needs to get together Listen, I'm gonna be honest. There are two commissioners that I think need to be replaced. Okay, the NCAA, whoever the fuck is the head of that whole entire head, all the people that make decisions, we need to do a fucking purge. You know, like when a new manager comes in or a new owner comes in and they fire all the old people. We need to do that with the NCAA. Whoever came up with this NIL deal, we need to get the fuck rid of them, bring in some new fucking people so we can fix this shit. Okay. The fact that we had this conversation on this podcast 2 different times, almost a year apart. Last year, it was the fucking college basketball players being able to go back. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Okay. So what we didn't fix it then. Now we're gonna have this part. Next thing you're gonna tell me is that fucking Gabe Stevenson can go back to fucking wrestling because he still has a year of eligibility. Stop it.
I mean, we might as well at this point.
So yeah, they need to fix this out. And the second person off topic, fucking the WNBA commissioner, stupid ass bitch. She needs to go bye-bye too.
I mean, I'm not disagreeing there. She is special.
Question for you though. If you could bring one current NFL player back to college for one season, who would you choose and why?
If I could bring one current NFL player back to college for one season?
Yep. Let's see. Oh. So right, I'm probably going defense. I think the defense has the better chance of fucking somebody up. If I go wide receiver, it depends on what college we get to, which quarterback. If I go quarterback, it again depends on which wide receivers, what college is he going to. So right now, I'm gonna be honest. I would love to see Myles Garrett. I would love to see a year of Myles Garrett. I think it would be like Jadeveon Clowney in the fucking Sugar Bowl all over again. Myles Garrett, TJ Watt. Who else? Yeah, it'd have to be defensive. On offense, there's too many things that makes that fuck it up. Running back, you have to have a good O line. Tight end, but yeah, I'm going Myles Garrett right off the bat. Well, I would love to see him hit some of these quarterbacks.
It's difficult.
And when it goes to corners, I'm seeing that's what I'm thinking. Linebacker, defensive line, right? Because when it comes to corners, yeah, Patrick Surtain is amazing. But you can get burnt by somebody in college. Do you see what I'm saying? College is such a war wide open game. There's not many routes. It's straight up and down. It's very little reads. So again, oh yeah, Myles Garrett. Oh my goodness. Could you oh my God. Myles Garrett would be fucking crazy. Crazy. That's what I pick.
Honestly,
let me know in the comments.
Like if they get to go back to college, can they switch?
Yeah, whatever college you want them on. They get to pick whatever. You can put them on a fucking all-star team. You can put them on the national champions. I don't care.
I'd probably go.
Ooh, Max Crosby.
No, I don't think Max Crosby.
Okay.
I'm probably gonna say Rock Ya-Sin.
Who?
Rock Ya-Sin.
Who the fuck is that?
It's a cornerback.
A cornerback?
Yeah. Hey, out of Temple.
What's his name?
Rock Ya-Sin.
How you spell that?
ROCKYASIN.
I meant the last name. Oh, okay. Detroit Lions cornerback.
He played with the Raiders for a year.
But this dude's getting fucking crossed up.
That's why I said you want to. If you asked me who I would send back to college for a year.
Do you not? Is this a revenge thing?
Who I send back for a year? I mean, he's not a bad cornerback. But if I wanted to send somebody back for a year, I send Rocky Ya-Sin back for a year, but I wouldn't send him back to Temple.
Of course not. Of course not. Come on, buddy. Of course not.
I mean, personally, I wanted to draft him coming out of the draft.
Got you.
College. But if I wanted to send somebody back, I'd probably be a cornerback because that's one of the Raiders' biggest needs. Other than
I get you. He can come back in the draft. I got you. All right. So next up, we're going to talk about real quick about the Teófimo López versus Rolly Romero. That fight was yesterday. Fight reaction off the bat, kind of boring. I think Lopez deserved the win. Rolly had a couple moments where he landed some good punches, but overall, Teófimo López was a more aggressor. Rolly just didn't throw enough punches. If Rolly would have just leaned on a jab, if he had thrown a jab out, like let's say you throw 20 jabs around, he probably would have walked away with this win. I think Rolly gave him the fight because he was not active enough. Very similar to what we saw with Ryan Garcia. Rolly did sting him a couple times. So not bad, not bad. Scorecards, close fight, but it was boring. It's hard to determine who's going to win. When you got one guy backing up, trying to pick shots with the shoulder roll, and the other guy's okay with going to the body and hitting him on his arms like Canelo and them do. Yeah. What were your thoughts on it?
I didn't watch it, but
but you saw the highlights, right?
I mean,
we almost had tickets to the fight too, but I didn't answer my phone in time because that's that fucking work. He texted me, didn't call me, texted me, and I said, "Well, yo," he's like, "You answered too late." We almost had tickets. I'm like, "Dude, next time call me." I didn't find out this morning it was still Teófimo López and Rolly Romero fight.
I didn't watch any highlights, but I mean, from what I hear, it wasn't that exciting of a fight.
No.
I think I heard that they gave the first couple rounds to Teófimo because he was moving forward.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. They said the first couple rounds didn't look great for either fighter. Mm-hmm. But the reason they probably gave the first couple rounds to Teófimo is only because he was moving forward.
Well, I know out of the first 5 rounds, 2 of those definitely went to Rolly. Because in both of those rounds, he hurt Teófimo badly. But the problem was, once Rolly got to like the 5th or 6th round, he just got on his bicycle. That becomes the issue. You have a fighter going backwards, running the whole time. And then you have another fighter pushing forward, but neither one of them are willing to engage. And the only engagement Teófimo's doing is he's throwing stuff to the body, which is why his face was left open. So it wasn't a bad fight. It's just, I mean, for a boxing standpoint, it wasn't bad. It wasn't great. It wasn't Devin Haney and fucking Ryan Garcia. But it wasn't Ryan Garcia fucking Rolly Romero either. So I mean, it was really honestly kind of the fight that you get nowadays. It was closer to Shakur Stevenson and Teófimo López, but than anything I've seen. They're both boring fights. Both very boring. Not the big thing is though, Teófimo is a 3-weight division champion and is going for undisputed. So he has 3 fights on the zone, just a new contract that he signed. He is done with Top Rank. And he said those 3 fights are for undisputed. So at some point in time, he has to fight the winner between Ryan Garcia and Conor Benn. And he's going to have to fight Devin Haney. So the next 2 years, I'm going to let y'all know right now. I think right now, Shakur Stevenson needs to move his ass up to 147. Or Keyshawn Davison needs to come up. Because right now, we have a chance of seeing something very similar to what we saw in the 80s and 90s with Sugar Ray Leonard, Thomas Hearns, Roberto Duran, and I'll even throw in Marvin Hagler. Because of the fact that that's when they called it the kings of the little weights. You have Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney, Teófimo López, and either Keyshawn Davis or Shakur Stevenson. You have 5 top fighters at the prime of their career, and 4 of them are willing to fight. 3 of them are willing to fight everybody. So Teófimo López is willing to fight everybody. Ryan Garcia is willing to fight everybody. And Devin Haney, you can kind of say, is willing to fight everybody. Or Shakur Stevenson, sorry. Devin Haney and Keyshawn Davis, a little iffy. But you have, when we look back at this in 20 years, we're going to look at this section very similar to how we looked at the 80s and 90s of the welterweight division. And one of the reasons why is because the heavyweight division fucking sucks. Same thing that happened in the 80s and 90s. The heavyweight division, yes, I love Mike Tyson, but this motherfucker, the heavyweight division was horrible until the mid-90s when Lennox Lewis and Evander Holyfield started coming up and Riddick Bowe, and then you move on, and then you get Mike Tyson back in there. That's when it got a lot better. I don't know what's going to happen next. I'm just ready for the Conor Ben versus Ryan Garcia. Are you ready for that fight, buddy? We only got a couple weeks.
Yeah. Where's that fight here? Is it here?
It's September 12th. Is it in Las Vegas? This is a weird thing. It's so funny living here. I don't ever pay attention to where the fights are at. Like it's at T-Mobile Arena, September 12th.
Let me see something.
I never pay attention to the fights being here because unless we get them on VetTix or a very good deal, I'm not paying money for these fucking fights. So Conor, we have what to get 3 weeks away. 3 weeks away from yesterday. So I'm gonna get more once we get the final press conferences. Y'all gonna get all that shit. I'm gonna be on Twitter tweeting about it because I get into this shit. This is my shit. The Rolly and Teófimo wasn't really my shit because I don't really like Rolly. I think Rolly he's weird. He's awkward. Kind of like the Good Doctor awkward. I don't know if you guys have seen that show, The Good Doctor, but kind of like the Good Doctor awkward. I'm excited for the Ryan Garcia and Conor Ben fight. I can't wait for that fight to happen. I cannot wait. Last but not least, we gonna have some comedy. Aiden Ross, live boxing. Let me know how I'm supposed to get in this. Somebody in the comments tell me how I could put my name in this hat. Because they had a boxing event. He has multiples of them. I'll get in there and fight Ray J. I'll fight Orlando Brown. Okay? I'll get in there and fight one of the little island boys. Shit, you can even give me that midget. That wouldn't even be that big of a fight.
I'll get in there and fight anybody. Just give me enough of a payday that afterwards I get like $75K.
Listen, that's perfect. I don't even need that. This is what we need.
I mean, I'm not gonna end up with any money afterwards. So I mean, it's just gonna pay bills.
This is what we gonna need. Just quick contract, flights, food, hotel arrangement, and then some money. I'm not even asking for a lot of money because I'm thinking this is a stepping stone. I'll give most of my purse to Germany. I'm thinking this is a stepping stone. So we're going to have fun. We're going to network, get our brand out there, and I'm going to knock somebody the fuck out. Point blank in the story. Let me know. 2 months? Well, I'll get up at 4 o'clock in the morning every day running miles. Funny thing is, if I have a date, like if I'm doing a wrestling tournament or a boxing fight or something, I will literally bust my ass getting into shape. And I don't need a lot of busting my ass getting into shape. I'm already pretty good in shape. I just need that cardio work because I smoke. But back to the live action. Jeremy, I think you should look into that, buddy.
What am I looking into?
Look into how do we get signed up for his boxing event.
How do I fight Aiden?
He's never fighting anybody. And for him to fight, you would have to be on his level or higher for social stat because he loses too much losing. Do you see what I'm saying?
I think he gains more losing.
I don't. because he's egotistical.
I think he does, though. I
think from a fan standpoint he does, but I don't think for him he does.
Right. From a fan standpoint, he gains more, and then in turn, from a fan standpoint, you gain more money that way.
Yeah, no, I get that, but I just think egotistical wise. But yeah, let's look into that to see if we could get on some of these YouTubers' fucking boxing cards. Try to grow our channel. I'm sacrificing. I have no problem. Okay, you ain't even got to get in there. I'm not even. You just show up. Me and you show up together. We a team. You do the camera work. You come in with the zingers.
I need to get in there. I need money.
Yeah, keep me professional. Make sure I don't do nothing stupid.
Me of all people, keep you professional. The only place I'm professional is at work.
I know that. So we need, like, at certain points in time, we may need work Jeremy.
Like at my job is the only place I'm professional.
No, we may need work
outside of that job. I am not professional.
And then we already got a lawyer in the family, so I'll just send the contract over to my sister and have her look it over real quick.
Like outside of that job, I'm not professional.
That's fine.
And you know this.
So let's find out.
Dude, you know this by sitting at the bar on Sundays.
All I'm saying is if we got on there and got to go to that press conference like Julian Newman and all, I'll fight Julian Newman. And got to go to that press conference like Julian Newman and all them, our channel would take the fuck off.
Bro, I will fight anybody.
We would be literally the stars of that press conference.
I just need a payday.
Okay, so Julian Newman fought somebody. I forgot who he fought. I don't know how he won. But Julian Newman actually has hands. The only, I mean, have you heard about Julian Newman's sister?
No.
So Julian Newman's sister, you know who Julian Newman is? Little basketball kid from years ago that became famous playing basketball, and he's never made it to the NBA. Look him up real quick.
Maybe.
You know who he is. Once you see his face, you know who he is. His sister had like 2 or 3 videos leaked of her doing sexual stuff. And there have literally been people talking shit to Julian about it. Hilarious. Island Boy lost to the fucking midget. He quit. The Island Boy said he didn't have enough. Can we just talk about how the fuck we should stop making dumbass people famous? Like, I'm an island boy in an island world. And then they kissing each other face to face. They do an OnlyFans. Can we stop making dumb people famous? The moment that we saw them, we should have just deleted them from the internet. Like, look at their faces. Look at tattooed up. I don't have a problem with that. But when you look at the way you represent yourself and then the way you're in the ring and then the way, I just don't get it. I don't get it. And then y'all kissing each other. I don't get it. I'll beat both of y'all asses. So hey, Aiden, we could do a 2-on-1, but one at a time. So I'll take out the first one, go in the back, get a drink, make sure my hands are wrapped good. Then I'll come back out and take out the second one.
Can I just fight them? Can I just fight them both at the same time?
Let's do tag team.
I don't need it. I don't need
tag. Let's do a tag team boxing match, Aiden.
I'll take them on 2-on-1.
No, we'll do tag team boxing match. Tag team boxing match. So me and you come out WWE style. Bah, 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 bah. Come through the crowd. You start the fight. When you get in the corner, I can tag in, and they can't see me. I can walk around.
My problem is the first time I get punched in the face, boxing goes out the window. Boxing goes out the window.
Jeremy, just to let y'all know, Jeremy, boxing goes out the window. Jeremy's like, motherfucker, take these gloves off. No, I'm good. Yeah, I'm being dead serious, though. We should probably look in to see if we could.
I don't like getting punched in the face.
You don't even have to get punched in the face, buddy. I'm telling you.
Same.
I will 100% take this fight. We'll split the money no matter what we get. We'll split it 50-50 or 40-40, and then 20% go back into the podcast. Oh, you show up, cameraman, be my corner guy, you know. Hey, Eric, you look like shit. Go out there and do this. Make sure they ain't fucking taping up their hands with fucking bricks. And I'll go give y'all 9 minutes of hard, strong action. Pause. Larry Wheels. Let's go ahead and have Jeremy talk about Larry Wheels. That's the last thing we're going to talk about. Oh, we got to talk about Austin McBroom. Larry Wheels, go ahead. You were upset about it. I didn't care.
I was mad that he tore his bicep. I wanted to see Vitaly get fucking absolutely fucking murked.
Yeah. I hate both of them.
I fucking hate Vitaly.
I hate Vitaly.
I mean, we had this conversation before we started the podcast, but Larry Wheels, I don't like his personality, but his workout stuff I like. His personality could do a refresh.
Yeah.
But I wanted to see him beat the ever-living fuck out of Vitaly.
Well, he did. He was whooping his ass until he tore his bicep.
I wanted to see more. Like I wish they would have just fucking wrapped the ace bandage around his, or fucking taped that fucking bicep up, or taped his arm to a side and just let him beat the fuck out of him with one arm.
Oh, I'm telling you right now.
Like I'd have been, if I was Larry Wheels, I'd have been like, fuck it. Take my fucking body and I will fuck him up with one arm.
But this is why I don't like Larry Wheels. He is popcorn muscle. There are too many times that I have seen Larry Wheels act like he's my size.
Their muscle's not there for any reason other than for show.
Yeah, they act like so. For instance, he was beating the shit out of him, and then he saw he didn't try to hide his bicep. He didn't try to put his arms up, so put it behind. He did not. He literally told the ref, he said, fuck, I tore my bicep. Of course the ref's going to fucking call the fight off. Larry Wheels did not know. I've seen fucking people fight with a dislocated shoulder or broken fucking jaw. Now, I'm not saying.
As soon as the camera showed his arm, everybody knew he tore his bicep.
100%. But guess what? I'm good. Fucking hide it.
Right.
You were whooping his ass. You got another fucking 6 minutes.
He makes enough money to pay for the surgery after.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying if I tore my bicep, that's a totally different story, motherfucker. I don't make as much money as you. But there are too many times that I would say right now you have way more money and you could afford way better training and all of this other stuff. And you still look like shit. Like, why is I stopped bodybuilding. No shit, your biceps going to tear. Did you see the way you were throwing punches? Not to mention, you outweighed him by 50 fucking pounds.
I mean, he didn't look as bad as fucking Vitaly throwing fucking punches.
Yes, you're right. But
Vitaly, the sad part is that's what the third or fourth time Vitaly's fucking been in a boxing fight.
Yeah, but did you see?
And has not improved since the first time he got in a fucking ring.
Did you see the Vitaly punch?
That's how he's thrown punches since the first time he fucking got in a boxing ring.
Oh, I agree with you. But in this scenario, Vitaly was in a Filipino's prison. And he was fighting somebody 50 pounds heavier. They're not even in the same weight class. Vitaly is in fucking cruiserweight or bridge weight. He's 190. Fucking Larry Wheels is 240. And you can't fucking knock him out, and you've been boxing for the last 7 months? You cannot knock out Vitaly? You can't even throw a fucking cross? No, I hate motherfuckers like this. And then as soon as you have some fucking, what is it called? What the fuck is it? God damn it. Why can't I think of this? I feel like the good doctor now. Some adversity, you fucking quit. I seen it when the 140 foul people were whooping your ass. I seen it when the high school kid beat the shit out of you in sparring. And you quit the stream because you had a fucking headache. You are big for no fucking reason. None. And I hate your personality. Now, I give you all the props on your workout videos. Jeremy is 100% right. When it comes to your workout videos, granted, I don't like your personality. You do know what you're talking about knowledge-wise, and you do have some very good workout videos. But you are big for no fucking reason. I do not understand how you did not knock him out. And Rampage and Aiden, stop fucking... Well, I love Aiden in this because Aiden literally said both of them look like they don't belong in there. But Rampage is glazing fucking, oh, Larry looks good because you guys are friends and you want to fuck his wife. Shut up. Hey, Rampage, I'm sorry. I didn't mean shut up because I'm trying to get on Aiden. Me and you ain't going to have no problems. You ain't throwing me through a fucking door. Me fucking with you is like you fucking with that door on Ultimate Fighter. Ain't shit gonna happen. I ain't fucking dumb. Just like Larry, I ain't trying to fight you either. You outweigh me by 110 pounds. I ain't trying to fight you. But I still think you a bitch. But Rampage, I'm sorry. You can keep talking. Okay. I grew up watching you. I know how you put motherfuckers to sleep. Okay. I've seen that shit. All right. I am not Rashad Evans. I do not have that ability. All right, Jeremy, you got, and then the Austin McBroom. Look, if you guys have not seen the Austin McBroom knockout,
that fucking knockout,
go watch it. Austin McBroom is a guy that I somehow followed and got into because he ran a family channel, and then there was all these conspiracies and all these stories about him years ago and him scamming his people. For some odd reason, I just got into that drama that was regarding Austin McBroom. I've seen a couple of his fights, but boy, that knockout against FaZe Temper in the first round.
But wait, can I just say, Zook's application process is the best I've seen.
What is Zook's application process?
Upload your resume, enter where you got your licenses, and where did you hear about the job? Hit submit.
What is Zook's?
You know the unmanned ride hailing vehicles?
Oh, got you. Okay.
That's it. You don't have to fucking upload your resume and then re-input all the shit from your resume.
Choo-choo. Choo-choo. All right. Do you have anything else that you think we should go
over? What about the no neck fight?
I don't even care about that fight.
No neck versus the Diddy lookalike.
I hate that guy. I don't understand that guy. That guy is just there for comic entertainment. Did you hear like the commentary? Throw from your shoulders. Throw from your shoulders.
It's the only place he's going to throw from. Where else?
Throw from your shoulders. It's not that I dislike that guy. There's so many fights that I didn't care about. Like, I understand what Aiden Ross is doing, but I didn't care about that. I wanted to see the Island Boy get knocked out by the midget. I watched all the fights. Now, because Aiden's live event actually gives you all the fights play by play. So I watched all of the fights. The first one with Anthony, that was actually a former boxer. But I only cared about like 4 fights. The Larry Wills fight, the midget fight with the Island Boy. I didn't care about Austin McBroom until he fucking knocked him the fuck out. And then I can't remember who the other fight was that I actually wanted to watch. Silva versus Kimbo Slice Jr., which is okay. Yeah, but outside of that, I didn't care about any of the other stuff. But yeah, I definitely think we should get into seeing if we can sign up for that. That's like say it with your chest. It is like say it with your chest. What's up, Counter Rock? Make sure y'all go check out his channel. He's doing a whole bunch of new stuff. Right now, he's not on the show because he's got too much stuff. He's preparing for the wedding. He does get married in a couple months. So, Jeremy, you got anything else you want to say before we hop off?
I don't think so.
All right. Whenever you're ready, buddy. Hey, make sure you like, subscribe, all that good shit that YouTubers do. Yeah, we know not much going on because of the wedding. I understand. I've been there, done that. It's the closer it gets, the more stressful it gets. So, yeah, we're coming. Do I really got an RSVP? I told you we already said we're coming. This is our RSVP right now. I'm coming with my wife. Jeremy, you bringing a +1?
I can't answer that question.
So we are RSVPing. Sam, mark it down. I just got to look at the flights. My wife's flying in from fucking Oklahoma to Connecticut. So we've already talked about it. Yeah. Okay. So when we RSVP, do you have like a list? Because when I did it, I just had a list I could check people off on. Buddy, whatever the fuck y'all cook, if we have allergies to it, we just won't eat it. We don't give a fuck. That's your wedding. Don't worry about this shit. Y'all doing way too fucking much. This is not about anybody there. This is about you guys. I did at Eric's wedding. Yeah, exactly. Same thing. I didn't fucking ask Jeremy for allergies.
I'm not trying to make y'all go through all that shit.
Yes, buddy.
What's up? You're supposed to be busy.
You were doing way too much.
I'm literally at my computer working on some stuff right now.
Nobody gives a fuck about allergies.
Well, we have a friend that is like allergic to everything. So
guess what? That friend doesn't eat. It's not about the friend. It's about you and your wife. That friend does not fucking eat.
Trust me, my parents have been saying the same thing. They've been like all over.
I'm 100. Fuck this. This is your and your wife's day. Fuck. We're here to celebrate you guys. Us being invited is the fucking.
If there's something, if I can't eat anything, I would go out and get something to eat.
Yeah, we'll get something to eat afterwards or before. I'm not fucking worried about it. No.
But yeah, so the reason why we need the RSVPs is because the caterer needs to know how many people.
So how many people do you guys have? How many people do you have RSVP right now?
26.
Okay, so add 4 to it.
Okay, so I'll let my fiance know.
Let your fiance know. Buddy, you know how I am. I have trouble doing anything, any extra shit. So yeah, we are coming.
I gotta check with Mo because I gotta make sure I gotta see if he's
Mo's coming. The one I don't know about.
Yeah, I'll reach out to Mo, but
me, you guys Alyssa, we're definitely coming. Me and Alyssa were just talking about it. She's flying from Oklahoma to Connecticut because she has to fly back on Friday, and they asked her if she could stay an extra day because she has a training, and she's like, "No, we have a wedding to go to." I'm just waiting for it to get to September so I can put my fucking PTO notice in.
Yeah, so what I'm just going to try to do is just add you guys manually then if I can.
Yeah, if you need us to, I'll go in an RSVP.
Yeah, but I'll let her know just so we know.
Yeah, just send me the link. But yeah, tell her to stop fucking worrying about everybody else. It's not about everybody else. It's about you and her. And guess what? If people don't like they shit, they can come talk to me. Okay? So it's not about y'all, motherfuckers. Sit your ass down. It's about these two.
So what's funny is we got a day of coordinator. Maybe I should just tell her we could use you.
No, yeah, I'm telling you. When my wife said the same thing, I was like, I don't give a fuck about allergies. It's not if they don't want to eat it, they don't want to eat it. It's not what do you want for your dinner?
All right. So Jeremy, I'm gonna mark you as attending right now.
Yep.
Are you coming to everything or are you just coming to the wedding?
We'll be in there probably just wedding. We'll be in there Friday. Your wedding Saturday, right?
Wedding Saturday. We have a night before event on that Friday.
So I'll let you know. I don't know if Alyssa will be there. Depends on our flights.
All right. So I'll
plan on taking Friday, Saturday off. So if I fly out Saturday morning, it just depends because you guys are 3 hours ahead of us. So what time is that?
Yeah, so I'm just going to mark you guys for all of it. And if anything changes, let me know.
I will definitely let you know.
All right.
It just
I'm glad to know I can just do it manually for you guys.
Yes, thank you. It just depends on what time we get into flight. I can try to get there early. But yeah, depending on what time, because Alyssa can't leave till like a certain amount of time once all their stuff is done. So she normally leaves around 1 to 2. Maybe 3. It just depends on because she'll be in training.
All right, yeah. Just like I said, let me know if anything changes, and then I can make the adjustments.
Sounds good. I'll let you know.
All right. Well, I'm glad I always catch you guys either at the end or at the beginting, but then I'm like in the middle. I'm like I gotta go do like 10 different things.
No, I understand. It's very busy. I've been there.
So well, not even that. So I got injured at work. So I've been out of work for 8 months. They actually had to let me go.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so I had to go get a new job, and I just got one. So I'm at least back at work. After 8 months.
Nice.
Yeah.
What are you doing now?
Geek Squad.
Oh.
So
very similar.
Shit again. Yeah. I'm back to fixing shit.
So why couldn't you go back to fix shit at your old job?
So they weren't working with my school schedule.
Oh, got you. Okay. Got you. Makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Okay. All right. Well, I got to piss like a racehorse. So we got
go. I was like, you know what? Instead of typing everything.
Yep. That makes sense.
My computer working. So let me just hop in real quick.
Definitely. I'm going to play some games tomorrow if you're free.
I've got my.
I haven't got NCAA yet, but I'm probably going to play. I may play a couple games. Yeah.
Let me know.
All right. Jeremy, whenever you're ready, you can take us out.
Put me in, coach.
Peace.